long time. So I'm very excited to be with you. It's an exciting time. I live in the south of France, as I've shared with you guys, and I'm right above Monaco. And so we are having the huge Grand Prix. Have you ever? Ooh, wow, I can hear myself going off in the background. We're having the Grand Prix here in Monaco. I would love to know in the comment section, have you ever been to the Grand Prix? If you've been to the Grand Prix, just let me know. I would love to know if you've ever done that. So we are going to talk about two steamy Seggs positions that are perfect for a quickie. So tell me in the comment section where you're from. I would love to know what part of the world you're in. Hey, Morik, I'm so glad you're here. Really quick, guys, before I start telling you these positions, I have an announcement to share with you. If you like this live video, if you've seen me live before, I am actually doing a free live webinar this Sunday, and you can join it. It's for free. It's in this little chat right here. There's a live link. When this video is finished, you'll be able to click it in the description. But guys, this is going to be a live webinar, and I just want to tell you what you're going to get in this free live webinar. So we're calling it, I just want to look at my notes here. We are calling this the Bedroom Grand Prix in honor of the Grand Prix weekend here in Monaco. Hey, Brady Willis, glad you're here. So I'm going to teach you about 6 untold secrets to drive her absolutely wild in the bedroom. If you love to drive women wild in the bedroom, would you just say, that's me? I would love to see in the chat if you're that guy, you're like, you know what? I would really like to be able to do that for my woman or a woman. Sean, hey, he says he's not been to Grand Prix. So it's super loud here. I can't hear it today, but yesterday it was crazy loud. I could hear the cars coming through in my apartment. So yes, if you want to join that free live webinar, it's the the Bedroom Grand Prix. You can click the link in this chat. Yes, I love this. Mo Rick is like, that's me. Matt's like, definitely, that's me. Will says, that's me. Ted says, that's me. I love it, guys. And I just want to say really quick before I start going into these two very steamy cess positions for quickies, I just want to say that I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for you to keep coming back here. Christoph says, that's me, baby. That's right. I'm just so grateful that you guys as men want to become better lovers. In fact, I'm always bragging on you guys. I'm like, my subscribers are the best because these are men who are taking accountability for their life and they want to become better. And you guys, that's such a gift. You are such a gift to us women, and I don't think men hear that enough. And I just want to say that before I go into this video of how appreciative I am to you men for becoming better, to become better lovers. And on behalf of women, I just want to say thank you because I don't think guys get to hear that enough. So thank you for wanting to become a better lover. Hi, Sam. Oh, thank you. I so appreciate that. That means a lot to me. So let's just talk about the steamy cess positions. One, I want to really make it clear on the 2 things that you really need to follow through on. And you will hear me talk about this a lot. And the reason why I'm going to talk about this so much in my videos is because I do believe that men have been disempowered. I think that men have been, you know, that movie, Dirty Dancing, where the guy says, Patrick Swayze says, nobody puts baby in the corner. And that's kind of my mission for men, is no one puts babies, meaning my men, in the corner. And I feel like when it comes to men and their sexuality and their desires, that men have really gotten the raw end of the stick of like, men are disgusting. It's all that men want. And, you know, like men can't be trusted. And I feel like there's been such a horrible stigma on men. And the problem with that is it's separated men from themselves, from their desires, from their natural instincts. So When I share with you these Seggs positions, you have to come back to that part of you that is able to trust his instincts. And a man's instincts are such a beautiful thing. And if I need to help you guys reprogram to say, hey, your desires matter, your instincts, your desire to want to make love to her, to please her, that all of that is terribly valuable. And without that, there's no lovemaking. Like your instincts are super, 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 super imperative and monumental to bringing a woman pleasure. And I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to do a deep dive in that free live webinar that you want to be a part of this Sunday. That's in the comment in the chat. Rip Chris says, "Hi Ninja Wolf." Rip Chris says, "Can a man be feminine but masculine?" I want to know your take on this. I will. You know what? That's a great question. At the end of the training, I want to answer your questions. So Rip Chris, when I'm finished, if you would be so kind as to repeat that question when I go into the questions, because that I actually want to tackle. So thank you. And if you're here, please give it a thumbs up. That would really help me out, just knowing that you guys are here and this message is resonating with you. So when you want to put her in these steamy Seggs positions, you have to follow through on instinct. You have to follow through on that moment. You're like, I just desire this woman. She looks so good. I just want to eat her up. I just want to take her in this moment. That passion, that raw passion that you have as a man is beautiful. It's holy and it is desired. It is wanted by women. Women actually do want your desire, despite what society is saying to demonize men, to make men small, to separate men from their God-given desires and talents of bringing pleasure. I'm here to reinstate you back into that masculinity, to say your desires matter, and following through on your instincts is one of the most powerful things that you can bring to your woman's body, to the lovemaking experience. Why? Because it makes her feel that warrior spirit inside of you. And let's just be honest, in today's modern society, there's not a lot of opportunity to bring that warrior side out. We're hiding behind desk. Okay, maybe you can go to the gym, but she doesn't personally get to experience that raw side of you. And so following through on that instinct is so important. And you're gonna need that to do these two positions. Will says, Janice always loves your helpful information to me, and she sees a difference when I use your help. That is so great. Thank you for sharing that with me, Will. I'm so glad that my work is transforming your relationship. Okay. So the first thing is this. When I just told you, you have to follow through on those instincts. And trust me, I know it takes confidence, because you don't know if she's going to come back and say, I'm not in the mood, I'm too tired. And I know it. Like, I'm with you. No one wants to feel that sense of rejection when you're like in the moment, you're in your heart, you're in your body, you're in your power, and you're like, I just want to take this woman. And then she's like, not in the mood, or it's not the right time. And it's like, it's just so defeating. So I know that it does require a shit ton of confidence to be able to follow through on this. So I'm just going to say that anything worth having is worth taking a risk. So when you're about to go into this first steamy Seggs position, it is this. It is when you see her and she looks so beautiful and you just want to ravish her. She looks so sexy. You just want to eat her. You just want to devour her. When you feel that moment, this is what I want you to do. This is so hot. So, so hot. This is the first one. It's super hot. And I'm going to tell you why this position is so important, especially when you're doing a quickie, why this one is so important. What you're going to do is you're going to say, I cannot. It's what you say too. It's very important what you say. I cannot hold this any longer. Like, you look so beautiful. Come here. I want you to come over here. And so what you're going to do is you're going to sit on a chair and you're going to say, get on top of me. So you're going to put command there. So when you're needing these quickies and it's going to be steamy, your boldness, your confidence, following through on those natural instincts as a man and giving her direction, all of this plays a vital role in this process. So when you say, come over here, and you sit down and you say, sit on top of me, you're going to be kissing on her neck. You're going to be playing with her hair. You're going to be massaging her hair, kissing up and down her neck. You're going to be doing all those things, right? She's going to be getting really turned on by you. And then you're going to say something like this. You're going to be like, F it, or screw this. I got to take you right now. You're going to start taking off her clothes. You're going to start taking off your clothes. And you're going to go right back to that chair. And you're going to have her on top of you. And sometimes it's really sexy when a woman's on top of you, and yes, she has to kind of do the work to ride you and this and that. But when a guy is like holding our body, and he's like moving, like grabbing from the waist and like moving us up and down or pulling us back and forth, when you take control and command on this steamy position of being in the chair, let's just call it chair cess, because I wish YouTube would just let us talk normal here like Meta is allowing us to do, but that's a different story for a different day. When you are taking control this way, oh my gosh, when you follow through on that instinct, when you are bold enough to just take your desires and take her, and then you started like that foreplay of kissing her, and then you bring her on this position, and then you're like commanding her body. This is like next level warrior masculinity stuff. This is such a steamy way to get her excited. And it's a quickie. And I'm going to tell you why this one is a quickie. Because when we are in this position, and I want to talk a lot more about positions in that free webinar that's going on this Sunday, this Bedroom Grandprix, you do not want to miss it. You want to get your spot for this free live webinar, this Grand Prix. So make sure you click it in the chat. But when you are in this position, what it does for us, let me just tell you as a woman, what it does for us. When your member is inside of us that way and we're on top of you, we can feel you in all the right places. So you can make it first start off small, not small, but soft and this and that. But when you keep kissing on her neck when she's in that position, and then you're grabbing her body and pulling her on you up and down, what's going to happen is, and this is what happens, I'm just going to tell you the truth, a woman can completely have a crescendo. She can squirt in this position. And this position is so steamy because when she does squirt, when we have those experiences with you, guess what they do for us? They just create an urge inside of us to want to have that same experience all over again. So that is the first steamy cess position that you want to put her in for a quickie. So it's having that boldness to follow through on your instincts, to follow through on your desire, telling her you just can't help yourself anymore. And then you bring her, you're sitting on the chair, you're kissing on her neck, you're massaging her breast, you're playing with her hair, you're doing all the things to get her in the mood. Why is that so important? Because when you start taking off your clothes and you start taking off her clothes, take off her clothes first. You start taking off her clothes, you start taking off your clothes, and you go, come right back here, and you sit back on the chair, and then you put her on top of you, you're inside of her, and you begin to move her body while kissing on her neck still. So with quickies, you need to remember this. When you want a quickie with us, you need to be as tactile as you can be, because it really makes us feel like you care and you're not just taking from us. Granted, there are those quickies like the next one I'm going to share with you, that this one's a little bit different than from what I'm sharing here. But for this one, you're going to create an experience for her that is going to be on repeat, meaning she is going to be begging you for this sort of experience all over again and again and again and again and again. So this steamy cess position for this quickie is the chair move. You want to bring her in that chair. If this is helping you guys out, please let me know in the chat. And if you are here, would you hit that like button right now? That would just let me know that this work that I'm sharing with you really is helping you out? Let me know in the comment section. I just want to read them. I am going to come back and answer your questions. So those of you who have questions, stay with me after I finish the second position. I'm gonna share with you answers to your questions. Pass the Gravy was like, finally a woman who values men. It's true. I do love you guys so much, and I really want to see you successful in your lovemaking. Why? Because it's so powerful. Like, people making love, I'm convinced if we were just making more love, there is something to that hippie movement. When two people who love each other make love, it is such a powerful magnetic force, which is why they want to divide us so much, to disempower us. But don't get me started. Thank you, Mike. Mike's like, thank you for all you do. Oh, when you guys say that, just know that it really touches my heart. Anytime I get a thank you from you guys, or you email me or message me and tell me how my work is really transforming your life, it never goes light on me. It means so much to my heart, and I'm a very purpose-driven person. So when I see that my work or my purpose in life is impacting people, it just motivates me to want to keep serving, which is why I've been doing this for 17 years. All right, Ninja Wolf, Closum, I love the channel. Thank you. Yeah, and if you are new here, I would really ask that you would subscribe if you want more videos like this. Just take the time to hit that button, and also the like button. Rip Chris, pass the gravy, 100. Hi, Thomas, glad you're here. Thank you for that, Ninja Wolf. Edward says, bent over the washing machine on the spin cycle. Rick, Florida, hi, darling. Larry, what's up? I like to hold that bum while in the chair. Mo, that's such a hot move. Edward says, yes, absolutely. The buildup is even more key for a quickie than a slowie. You both need to be good. It's true. You both need to be good and ready, or both have a really good sense of humor for when it goes to crap hilariously. Oh, God. Let's hope it doesn't do that. Larry Thomas, you are so welcome, my darling. Hi, Radar Frank the Tank. Aloha. Okay. Thomas watches my Instagram. He knows that I was out partying last night for Grand Prix, and I have had to drink a lot of water and drink a lot of coffee today. But the party was pretty epic. It was pretty wild. There's going to be parties nonstop here in Monaco for this Grand Prix. Sam says, my girlfriend will just be here. She is about to have a wild ride because of this live content. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I love to hear. So guys, if you like this kind of live format with me, it's very different than when I record videos, because obviously I have you guys here and it's more exciting for me, as you can see. So you want to be a part of that live webinar, the Bedroom Grand Prix. This Sunday, you can get free access. I think we only have slots for 150 people, I think. So click that link and make sure that you secure your spot. You don't want to miss your spot to join this. So let's go into the second position. And one of you guys, I forgot your name, I'm sorry. You got ahead of me, but the other one is this, and this one is very spontaneous. If you're still with me, just put in the chat, spontaneous. So this one is a little bit different. And the reason why is this is like you, back to what I said in the beginning about really tapping into that desire, that raw power, and then having the courage to execute on it. Like, you need both of those. So when you are going to go into this position, thank you guys, spontaneous, impulsive, I love it, I love it. When you are going to go into this position, this is all about your sheer power. In fact, in the comments in the chat, would you say that as well? Sheer power. Whenever I have you guys comment these things, it's me actually trying to empower you to make a proclamation over yourself. So this is like sheer power, and that's what women want to feel from you. And to be super honest, that is what's lacking in our society and it's not completely men's fault. Oh my God, thank you, Sean. He's like, have a drink for me. Thank you for the $20. I appreciate it. When your sheer power is women, we crave this. And it's not spoken about enough because, you know, it's not your fault with what society has done to men, but we do have to, as men, I'm speaking like I'm a man, but as you men, you do have to reclaim your power. You have to, you have to, you have to. Just like a woman, you know, I have my own journey of like reclaiming my femininity because being a CEO and all that, you know, kind of makes you a bit too tough. So I'm really trying. But we have to reclaim ourselves where society has really kind of brainwashed us to get into this place of separation. The only way that we come back to our power is by first and foremost reclaiming ourselves and then making love. It's the ultimate. So this one is spontaneous. It's sheer power that you need to execute on. But these are two things that you can do. And one of you guys got ahead of me. But that is when, and I've shared my own personal story about when my partner of mine had done this to me. I think we were just like, I don't know. We just come home from work and we were just talking, and I don't know what I was wearing or what it was that I did that day, but there was something about me that day that he just couldn't hold back, and whack, bent over the counter. Whatever was on me came off immediately, and then you hold her by her hips and you do her from the back. This one is just that go-to that just, when a man does this and he's unapologetic about it, it's so beautiful. Why? Because you feel that raw power that only a man can bring. And it's just like, it's one of the most beautiful gifts that we can experience from you men. I mean, there's lots of beautiful things that you guys give to us women that we are so grateful for. I said at the beginning of this video, if you're just coming in, like, I'm so grateful for you men. And I know that men do not hear that enough. And I just want to say, as a woman, on behalf of the women, thank you guys. Thank you for being men. Oh, this world would be horrible without men. It would just be terrible. I'm so glad that we have men in this world. You guys are such a gift. But when you give her that sheer power, that spontaneity, that, oh, darling, Sam says that compliment will bring me to tears. Oh, I love you guys so much. I just send so much love to you right now. Sorry. I know we're talking about cess, but I feel like men just need to be loved on. And right now, I send so much love to you guys. You guys are so loved. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your willingness to learn and become better. Oh, I just appreciate you guys so much. And in fact, if you have like guy friends who feel unappreciated by women, please send this video. But like, there is a woman who actually just like tells us how much she loves us and she appreciates us, because you guys are so valuable, so valuable. But yes, in this spontaneous cess position, the other thing that you can do is not just bend her over a counter, or someone said a wash machine, which, how would you do that? Because that's kind of like high. The other thing is this is when you not only bend her over a counter, but also the up against the wall. So the up against the wall is you just take her hands and you place them on the wall, like you hold them on the wall. Obviously, you have to undress her and do all that. But when you do that and she's bent over against the wall and you just take her from the back like that, oh my gosh, and it's spontaneous, and followed through on your desires, that male masculine power instinct, and you've done that. Oh my word, the experience that you bring to us, it's like the 4th of July going off in our bodies. That's how powerful your spontaneity and your sheer power and just following through on those male instincts. That's what it gives to us women. And it just, it makes you guys just super irreplaceable, super irreplaceable. So like I said, if you have not, I think we have 150 spots. So excuse me, some phlegm was there. Oh, sorry about that. But join that free live webinar. It's coming out this Sunday. It's completely free. It's the Bedroom Grandprix. Really quick, before I go into your questions, let me just tell you what's in this. So this is what you're going to learn in this free webinar. You're going to discover how to build irresistible anticipation before you even hit the sheets. And that's super powerful. And the second thing is you're going to learn sensual touch techniques that turn her on mentally and physically, revving her up for more. So mind you, this is all about the Bedroom Grand Prix that we're doing live for free. It's in the chat. You can reserve your spot now. Grab that spot before they're gone. And then the next one is the sex positions that give you control, kind of like what we've talked a bit of on here, that give you control and help you last longer without sacrificing her satisfaction. And then, yes, guys, remember to click that link. It's in the chat. The next one is secrets to keeping the passion alive after climax. Oh, this is such a big one. And I feel like this is where so many men shoot themselves in the foot, is because they don't know how to do this one. But this one is the one that sets you up for the gift that keeps on giving. So the secret to keeping the passion after climax, so she stays craving your touch, yes, long after the race is over. And also, guys, please like this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the last thing that you're going to learn on this free webinar this Sunday, that you want to secure your spot by clicking the link in the chat, is learn what to do after you both come. I think we can say that on YouTube. So she's emotionally and physically hooked on you. And yes, having a woman, when those emotions get involved and you know how to put it down on us, man, forget about it. Forget about it. So really quick, I want to recap on what I shared here. So the two sex positions that will just blow her mind, but also are perfect for quickies, is the chair position. And if you didn't get the full scope of that, make sure you rewatch this video. But the chair sex position, this is the one that really a woman can absolutely, like when she just drips all over you afterwards, you know why, because you're hitting all the right spots in that position. And it just leaves her wanting that experience over and over. And then the spontaneous one where you bend her over the counter or you hold her hands up against the wall while you grab her by the hips and you take her from behind. That sort of raw passion, when a man is in his power and he claims us, because a woman, we want to be claimed. When you claim us that way physically, whoo, what you do to us is unreal. I know that I'm with you, Mo Rick. It says 60 people watching. My count says 42 people have liked this. So where are the rest of you guys? Like this video, please. Help a sister out. All right, guys, here's the fun part, your questions. I'm going to answer your questions now. So if you have questions, now would be the time to put them in this chat. Edward says oral and manual quickies can be fun too. Then there's the staircase. Oh, a staircase is a really good one. And oral, I mean, come on, what woman's not going to like that? So Rip Chris, thank you for this. Can a man be feminine but masculine? So here's the reality. The reality is we all have both. Women, when we are, paying our bills or making decisions, that's a bit of masculine energy. But for a man to be in his feminine energy, it's him just simply, the best way to put it is someone who can acknowledge your feelings, be able to communicate from those feelings. So the reality is that God has given us both. It's just like God himself, herself. God is not male, even though we've been driven to believe that. And so we all, if we carry that godlike presence inside of us, I know I'm getting a little spiritual here, not too spiritual, but a little bit. When we carry that godlike essence inside of us, because we're created in God's image, we all carry that masculine and feminine, but the world would love to separate us from both. With men have been really detached from their feminine side, which is why like vulnerability is very difficult for men, but it's the one thing that creates deeper intimacy. And for women, we're really getting separated from our femininity. It's like, no, 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 you don't need a man. You just need your vibrator. You just need money and all these things. Like what it is separating us from our power. So yes, a man can have both. And we really healthy people have integrated both of those, the masculine and the feminine side of themselves. Okay. Sam says, what sexual and masculine lesson a man can learn from 50 Shades of Grey? It's so funny that you said that because I just rewatched that last week. Some of the stuff in that is a bit toxic. It's a bit it sets one up for like a codependent. I mean, there's some darkness in that show. I just need to be honest, on a psychological level, there's some darkness there. But when a man, I think what women love about this is a man who takes charge, because women, there are times that a woman needs to be in charge, like she runs the household, or she, mainly she's supporting the children. But when a man comes in and just goes, I got it, that's good. And exactly what I've been sharing today is like following through on that raw power. So showing her that you were in control is very sexy. So you can learn that, because he was all about control. That can get extreme, but showing her that you're in control, showing her that you can handle things, like that's so important for us women. It's just like, it's so simple, and it sounds so stupid, but if she has a bicycle and she's like, my tire went flat, you're like, oh, let me fix that for you. Like, it's those simple things that show her that she is taken care of. And that's really what he did. And then executing on that raw power. Sorry, YouTube is withholding some of yours. So let me just see. Jay, I can see that. YouTube won't show that, but thank you for that. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I'm with you on that. Oh, from the Maldives. Hi, Morik. That's my dream, to go to the Maldives. Oh, that's a good one. Giraffe says, why women all of a sudden stop texting and leave guys on delivered? I think you mean like on read. I think that our society, we just are becoming so separated. And we have bought into the delusionment? Is that a word? But we've become a bit delusional that just like everything else is so fast that we can replace people very quickly. I know I've personally fallen into that trap as well at times. And the reality is women are just becoming, just like men, more separated from themselves, and they're more separated from their heart. So things become very transactional, and like, what can you give to me in this moment that I'm lacking? And so when you feel like people can be just a transaction, the problem is that you don't place value on them. When you go and buy a carton of milk, you don't go, oh my God, I just love this milk, and I'm going to treasure this milk, and I'm going to spend time with it. No, it's milk. You consume it, it's done, you throw it away. And unfortunately, I believe that our society has become like that. And so the thing is, how you take control of that is always focusing on you. Always, always, always focusing on you. Because when you focus on yourself and you deal with your own blind spots, your own trauma, the things that block you from experiencing love and intimacy, when you focus on yourself and you work on yourself, what you do is energetically, you raise yourself to a different vibration, a different vibrational match. When you raise yourself energetically on a different vibrational match, what happens is then you become a magnet, like we can be magnets towards people. What you do is you raise your frequency, you raise your energy. And what happens is then you start interacting with people who are also on the same frequency. And it's always important that you're like watching yourself. Like anytime you attract people that are unhealthy, one good thing to do, one thing I like to do is go, that person is my mirror. Somewhere in my life, subconsciously or even consciously, they are mirroring back to me how I feel about myself, how I show up in the world. And so if you're getting a lot of people who are dismissive of you, I would say, how often do you dismiss yourself? Are you dismissive of yourself? When something matters to you, you go, oh, it's not that important. If someone needs something from you, do you put yourself on the back burner? Because 9 out of 10 times, people are just mirroring back to us where our energy level is at. And the only way to change that is by changing ourselves, by healing ourselves, by loving ourselves, by accepting ourselves. That whole journey is imperative. And I know I used to talk a lot more about that, but right now I've just been talking a lot more about Ceci time because I'm really good at it. Thank you, Rip. He says, perfect breakdown. Edward says, so right about masculine and feminine qualities. Many of the best men and women are strong in both masculine and feminine. Completely agree. We all know and love those feminine tomboys. Women love a strong gentleman. It's so true. Oh yeah, Edward says, so right about 50 Shades of Grey having toxic aspects. Yeah, they really do. Trevor says, gentlemen, we should make the chemistry as explosive as Grand Prix start. Yes, I love that. I love that. Hi, Matt Marino. He says, good morning, Miss Erica. Good morning, darling. Ninja Wolf is talking about people wanting to divorce. Yeah. I could riff on the whole divorce thing. I think that, along with some other heavy topics, I don't think people are very honest about what divorce does to people's souls. We look at it once again as transactionally, but it leaves a lasting mark on a person's soul. There's something about making a vow to someone and breaking that does leave a mark on one's soul. Oh, that's so cool. Jay said, I focused on myself so much, I met my wife on the airplane. That is so cool. Thank you for sharing that. Excalibur X says, hi, question. What type of sound should a man can make in that time that doesn't sound weird or damage the moment? Yeah, you know what? That's such a great question. I love these lives because you guys ask really good questions. That's such a good one. Really quick, if you're joining in just now, make sure you secure your spot to that free live webinar this Sunday. It's called the Bedroom Grandprix. And if you haven't liked this yet, please like it. So secure your spot, get it before all the spots are gone. It's completely free. It's going to be live with me, and you can get access to it in that link in the chat. So the sounds are very important because I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. When a guy sounds a bit like a girl in the bedroom, it's so cringe. It's so cringe. It's so cringe when a guy's like, ugh, and you're like, whoa. It is super cringe. So when you can moan from a more guttural place, like, ugh, or like a, ugh, you know, when it sounds more masculine, it's way better. Now, I understand when you go, it is at like point of air where you're like, oh, that's fine because that's just natural and you can't control that in that moment. That can't be premeditated. But you can't control during the whole experience of making love when you don't sound feminine. Please, guys, please. I'm just being super honest with you. Your woman may not tell you this, but I'm going to be super honest and be like, it's a thing. Like, do not sound feminine when you're moaning. In the end, the release of, you know, that's, I mean, you can't stop that part. But during the whole experience, make sure that you are more masculine. YouTube hid this one, but Sir Black Shield says, this woman's libido is sky. She loves sex. I do. I mean, I'm going to show that one. I hope you don't get in trouble for me showing that. But it's true. You know what? You found me out, and I'm not apologizing for it. It's a gift from God. And then you guys all benefit because I share from that energy and from that passion. So you're welcome. Thanks, God. Christopher H., thank you, Erica, for your authenticity and transparency. Thank you. I just love your compliments. I really receive them. I don't take them lightly. So thank you for that. And that's a great compliment. Like, I really would always love to be more and more authentic and transparent. You are a unique treasure. Oh, thank you, Christopher. That feels so good. Thank you. How much does pouring into your woman's love language create the sexual desire for your woman? Oh, that's really good. You guys, I'm sorry. Once again, I just love you men. You guys ask such phenomenal questions. And Christopher, this is a phenomenal question. When you are pouring into your woman's love language, and if you don't know what he's talking about, there's a free test that you can take. I don't make any money from this or anything. It's called the 5 Love Languages, and it's a free test that you can make. And it shows you how you enjoy being loved. So when you're consistently loving your woman through her love language, which she loves to be learned and loved, let me just tell you what they are really quickly. One is touch. The other is acts of service. The other one is gifts. The other one is words of affirmation. And the last one is quality time. So when you're doing this, what you're doing is it's like filling her love tank. So when you're constantly doing this, what it does is it shows that you care and it shows her that you value her. So when you're consistently pouring into that, what you're doing is she is filling up that love. You're filling up that love tank for her where she feels cared, valued, seen by you, nurtured by you. And if you're doing this for your woman, like, God bless you. You are doing God's work. Like, you are changing the world by loving your wife. So God bless you, or your woman. What that does is this, and this is something sneaky, and I'm going to be honest with you. When you keep a woman's love tank full, when you get that urge, like let's say maybe her sex drive is not as high as yours. Maybe she's not Arica-Angelo, who's just like, yes, let's go anywhere, anytime. If she's not as high in that libido area, what happens is because you filled that love tank so much, she's going to want to bring you pleasure because she feels so loved by you. So she's going to want to give you more blowjobs. She's going to be more receptive to that spontaneous sex. The best is like when the guy, like that morning sex where it's just like when she put, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just getting distracted. Yes. So fill up her love tank because she's going to be more inclined to want to give back to you. It's a natural human thing. When we feel valued, we feel seen by someone, we naturally want to give more to that person. Think about it. Someone compliments you, what? You want to be more nice to that person, right? It's the same thing when you're filling up her love tank. She's going to want to give to you more. Sarah Blackfield says, sky high. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, Sam says, Erica, do you think these 3 traits, sexual dominance, sexual control, and sexual energy, when synergized together, harmoniously make a man magnetic? How do you define each of these? You guys are like on another level today. Whatever is going on, and like you guys are coming in with like powerful questions, and I really love these questions. Also, really quick, I'm going to keep reminding you, make sure, because I don't want you to miss this, join that free live webinar that's happening this Sunday, the Bedroom Grandprix, only 150 spots. Make sure you grab yours before they're gone. All 3 of those are needed. 100% sexual dominance, sexual control, sexual energy. All of this is needed. And this, you guys, if you don't realize, like in my work, these are the things that I'm constantly speaking to. I'm saying them in a more simple way. I'm telling you how to do it. But basically what I'm helping you do is embody all of this because it is so important. So let's just talk about it. Sexual dominance, the way I would define that is what I talked about at the beginning of this video, of following through on that instincts. It's like, you know what, like I am exerting my desires in this moment, whether you want them or not. And I know that that can sound very like wrong, but no. When you're in a loving, committed relationship, it's like, I want to take you now because I desire you. And then that puts her in the mood. That makes her desire you. So that sexual dominance is super important. Sexual control is this. Sexual control is, let's say there's different ways we can define this, but one of the ways sexual control is being in control of yourself. So when she's, let's say she's writing you and she's just ready to go really fast, it's really hot when a guy is like, no, you don't get to come just yet. You're going to come when I say you can come. Like that kind of control is super hot. So it's requiring you to be able to go longer and to maybe put her in a different position so you can, but showing her that you're in control is super sexy. And sexual energy is just this. When I have so many sex products on my website, Arica-Angelo.com. The sexual energy is that energy that you carry in yourself of being seductive, of constantly carrying that energy of, I'm going to make your panties wet. Like I'm going to do such dirty, and you're staying in that energy. Why? Because it shows her that she is desired by you. So I hope that made sense. And yes, it does definitely help. Truth Seeker says, oh, this is good. I love it. I'm so glad. And if you're new here and just joining, please hit that like button. That lets me know that what I'm saying is speaking to you. Edward Green, author, bass rumble works almost as well as a vibrator rumble. Bass? Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. I like that. Trevor Busby says, you're hotter than an engine running at full throttle, Erica. I wish so many more ladies were like you. Thanks for everything you do. Oh my gosh, thank you for it. That's quite funny. Jay says, I don't moan, I growl. Let's see. Tone says, I appreciate your videos. They've helped me take my bedroom game to the next level. I love this. Let's put it this way. I've been getting a lot of repeat business thanks to your tips. I love this. This makes me so happy. Thank you for sharing that with me, guys. Please don't ever be shy. Please tell me in these chats or in my comments, because when I read these, man, it keeps that fire going of wanting to make YouTube videos. Because trust me, when you're doing something like this for 17 years, sometimes you get tired. Sometimes I get burned out. But when I hear that my work is creating transformation in people's lives and I'm living in my purpose, that makes me so excited. Christoph says, there's this woman I really adore and I've been talking to for a while. I've been using your content on her. We have such a strong connection now, but I recently found out she is married. Ooh, I would say back off from that, darling. Back off. And here's the thing. I know that that's not probably the information you want to hear. You don't want to hear that you've just cultivated all this connection with someone and now you need to back off. I know that, trust me, you don't want to hear that. And I understand that. But if I can offer you a reframe, Christoph, if you're open to hearing that, the reframe is this, my darling, is that you have learned something about yourself, that you are capable of connecting with a woman in a very intimate way, that when you are given the right tools, that you can create magic. What I would love for you to do is take your power back and go, no, 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 no. I created this moment. And if I could create this moment with her, then I can create this moment or this experience with another woman who is available. I think when you start interacting with people who are married, it's such it's not the energy that you want in your life. Let's just put it that way. It comes with repercussions always. Always. There's karma for that. So don't go there. Just please take your power back and realize that, hey, I got some new tools. I watched Arica-Angelo. I got new tools from her and they worked, which means I can make these tools work for me. And please open yourself up to someone who is actually available, who can fully choose you and the gift that you are. What else? Van just says, your hair looks so pullable. Why, thank you. Excalibur says, thanks for the advice on what to text her because she was ready in ways I was even in shock. Oh, I love this stuff. It makes me so excited when I hear that my work is transforming people's lives. So guys, trust me, you want to be a part of that free live webinar. It's this Sunday. You can get access to it. Grab your spot before they're gone. It's in this link in the chat. It'll be in the description when this is over. I love you guys so much. If you want to see more of like the Grand Prix experience out here in Monaco, you can follow me on Instagram. It's my name at the Arica-Angelo. So Erica's with an A. Everyone, even when I say that, people still write it with an E. There's no E. Arica-Angelo on Instagram. And if you're into like the whole Monaco thing and the Grand Prix, I'll be posting stuff in my stories. I don't know if I'll do a post, but I'll do stuff in my stories. So you can go watch it tonight. I'm going on a fancy yacht party. Very cool. I've been on this yacht before and it's beautiful. So maybe I'll post some of that. I'll answer a couple more questions and then I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to go to the restroom. Groff says, every time I feel like approaching a beautiful woman, my mind keeps pushing me back and gives me signals like, don't do it. She has a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. How to overcome this. Oh, I am so sorry. That experience is not nice because it's just your subconscious trying to protect you. from getting rejected is really what it does. And what you have to do is give yourself some new experiences. And what I mean by that is maybe start talking to women that are not as beautiful, just so you feel comfortable with just approaching women. Like, teach your nervous system, teach your body that it's safe to interact with other women without the reproach of getting rejected. So practice on women that you're not so attracted to. And what that does is it teaches your body to calm down. It minimizes, it brings down the anxiety, because this is what happens. It's an anxiety approach. So what that does is when you talk to women and you approach women who are not as attractive because you have nothing to lose, what it does is it teaches your nervous system that it's safe and that it's okay. And once you create that safety inside of yourself, you're going to be more inclined to talk to the women that you're actually attracted to. I hope that made sense. Why is YouTube hiding all these? Ooh, Cayman Music says some of the stuff you talked about in your videos, I massaged a woman and got her in the mood to have with me. I love that. Sam says, another question, my lady Erica. When a guy voluntarily doesn't finish as an indicator or self-mastery while still having prolonged and viral sex for days, will it drive her crazy for good? I'll be really honest with you guys. I know there's a lot of stuff about no fap and these kind of things, but there is such a powerful experience of when a man does go for a woman. It's like the whole euphoric, it's the crescendo, it brings it all together. And there's something so powerful about that. And so I would say if a guy's constantly withholding that, it's a bit of a killjoy. I'll be super honest about that. That's our experience with it. Rudy, is 8 inches a good size? It is a good size, but it's really all about how you use it. And I did a whole video about like what to do even if you have a smaller member. Love your work. Great advice for all guys out there. Thank you so much, Jean. I really appreciate that. Excalibur says, I truly appreciate your help and advice. Thanks for sharing with us. It's honestly my heart's pleasure. Thank you, Thomas, for being here and for what you said. Guys, I really do have to go to the restroom now. So make sure that you join that webinar. I think, like I said, 150 spots. It's the Grand Prix Bedroom Experience. And make sure you're a part of it. I can't wait to connect with you guys again in a live format this Sunday. I love you all. I'm going to go to the restroom. You're so welcome, Mike. I love you guys. And guys, I will see you on Sunday. You take